Hey YouTube, I wanted to make kind of a wallet roundup video. So I've been on this wallet journey for the last few months or so, kind of trying different ones, and I don't know why. I mean, I carried my original wallet for about 10 years or so, 8 years, and never never changed it. But lately, I don't know why, I kind of got, probably because of COVID and boredom, but nevertheless, I kind of started trying some new ones and kind of went through different brands and different form factors, and I'm ready to kind of maybe make some recommendations of what I think is my favorite one and to least favorite. Now, I will strongly preface it that all these wallets are good, right? They're just, a lot of them are kind of different too, so they're kind of in different categories. So if you got any of these, I don't think you'd be disappointed. Like, I would not recommend any of these. I think these all serve a purpose, given whatever their price range is or kind of how they function. So it's really kind of, everyone's gonna be different. Me, I'm a minimalist. I don't carry a lot of gear. I really want a very thin, practical wallet. I don't like a lot of like extra, fabric flaps, etc. I just want something very thin, very kind of compact, and very practical, easy to use. So let me kind of talk about some of these. So first and foremost, the one I actually like the least out of the group, and this one actually I put on the, almost on the not recommend list, but that's not really the wallet's fault. It's just how these wallets work. So this is the Armored Summit from Trayvax. So it's a very compact wallet. I mean, if you look at it, it's pretty much just the size of the credit card itself. So this is very much similar to kind of how the Ridge wallet works. The problem I don't like with these wallets is they're very hard to use. So they are very kind of sleek and kind of have a small footprint. But trying to use them is very difficult because you have two metal plates that just squeeze all your cards together. Uh, you gotta squeeze them hard so they don't fall out. But then the harder you squeeze them, you really have to kind of work hard to try to pull them out. So, it's not a. I should also mention I had the Summit wallet. I didn't like that one at all. These are even harder to use when you don't have this window. So what makes this Trayvax probably the best, call it, I don't know what the proper term for these wallets are, call them compression wallets. If you really are in the market for like a compression wallet, I'd get one with a window like this so you can kind of sort through your cards, because without that, like the Summit wallet, you pretty much have to pull out the whole stack, and it's kind of just really, I mean, I mean, in the store, I really thought I was going to they're all going to explode on my wall and lose them everywhere. So if you are really interested in this type of compression wallet, I recommend one that's got this little window that lets you kind of sort through, so you can kind of pull out what you want, and that does make things easier. But ultimately, I don't know, I just don't really like these from a practical standpoint. They look cool, they fit nicely in your pocket, but just usability, I don't quite like these compression wallets. But this Trayvax Armored Summit, I'd say, is probably the best one I've seen or really had a chance to use, just because of this little window. And these are super cheap. I think $35. I mean, that's a steal. I mean, compared to like the Ridge Wall, which is like $100. I know there's coupons, but I would not get paid anywhere near that much money for it. So this one I'm gonna put last on my list here, just because of again, not the wallet, not the brand or the wallet. It's just the wallet technology here is not one that appeals to me. The other one that I probably don't use a whole lot is going to be probably this one. Again, but this is completely in its own league. This is really a Bifold wallet. This is actually really, really well built, but it's kind of big. And again, I don't know, maybe I will use it. I just haven't had a chance, maybe because of COVID, because I got this really to be more like a formal wallet. Something I'd use like if I'm wearing a suit. I just haven't had occasion to use it yet, so I haven't really used it yet. But again, like this one, it's not the wallet, it's just the wallet technology, like the bifold. Now that I've used some of these other ones, I don't know if I really want to go back to this bifold design anymore. I carried a bifold for a very long time, so that's why I got this one, because I just thought this was like a minimalist version of a bifold, which it is. So if you're a bifold guy, this is super cool. This is made by Wild Leather. It's a leather maker from Poland. Real nice guy. He actually makes wallets similar to that as well. So feel free to check out his store. But when I got this, I was just coming off my bifold, so I thought this would be kind of a good transition. But now that I've gotten used to some of these kind of top-oriented type of wallets, whatever you want to call them, I've kind of really kind of moved away from the bifold. Next one is the Crabby Wallet. So this is just, you know, I don't know if I even want to put it amongst these, because this really is kind of what I considered more of like I use this as a temporary wallet. So this is not something I everyday carry. This is more so if I'm going somewhere and I don't want to bring everything. A good example is if I'm going out to the bar or something, I just throw in my ID, one credit card, maybe some cash, and I'm good to go. That way I don't have to kind of carry the whole bulky wallet. And again, I've had this for a while before I got some of these, so I don't know if I'll probably be using this anymore, because some of these are kind of already, in a way, pretty minimal. But that's kind of what I use this for, was more so if I'm going somewhere that I don't want to carry everything with me. If I go on a vacation or something and we're going out, I want to carry my whole wallet, risk losing it. So again, I'll just put my, like, an ID or credit card, some cash, and you can carry this in your front pocket easier too. So if you are traveling and you worry about getting, like, I don't know, pickpocket or something from your rear pocket, I mean, this one is just all fabric, so this goes in your front pocket really well. So this is just a good all-around, I think, kind of a temporary wallet, if you want to call it that. So that kind of brings us down to kind of the main 5. So, you know, this is where it gets tough. So again, this is where I kind of want to stress that these are all good. I like all these. I'd carry them all at once if I could, but just for my purposes, kind of what do I like, which ones I don't like. So the one that out of this group that I'd probably like the least, and this is a surprise one because this is very popular, is the gun deck. So this is the Das Sophine Open Sea Leather gun deck. What I don't like about this one, relative to those, okay, so good wallet, I would still recommend it if this suits you. But the one thing I like about it is it's just too big. You know, there's a lot of, like, I just felt like it could, and keep in mind, I actually tried shrinking this already. So I soaked this in hot water, hair blow dried it, and I put leather conditioner to restore it. I tried to shrink it, and it's still just a little too big. I feel like it just doesn't need to be this big, especially in the depth side. I mean, the cards just sink in there. It's a little hard to get them out. So for that reason is why I kind of ranked it as my least favorite out of this group. Just I think it could have been a little. I feel like it could have been closer to like the Lost Dutchman in size. But otherwise, it's, again, not a bad wallet. I mean, you know, if I didn't like it, I'd get rid of it or return it or give it away. I'm still planning on keeping it. I'll still probably use it here and there just to kind of rotate. But you know, there's some strong competition here. So I mean, in the end, someone's got to be at the end. So knock that one out. Then we're down to here. So the next one actually would be the Trayvax Axis wallet. So I do like this one. So this one actually, if you're into something like this, get that, because this fixes a lot of flaws or shortcomings, I should say, that has. And that's, if you watch my video, that's accomplished by having a little strap here. It lets you keep cards loose in there. And this one is, you know, maybe not as good looking as some of these, but this one is just so easy and practical to use. Like, getting cards out of this one is so easy. Out of all these wallets, this is probably the most, I would say, practical in terms of easily getting what you need, storing plenty, you know, then having just a really strong build. So out of all the ones I've used, I've been able to retrieve any card I need out of this one the most easiest. So from a practicality standpoint, I think this is probably the most practical one, but I don't know, it's just obviously not as good looking, I guess, but that's obviously using the eye of the beholder. But otherwise, it's, you know, and again, I've modified this one, so watch my video to see kind of how I got it to be where it is. But I do like this one. I think it's easy to store cards, very easy to fan them out, get them out. This little bracket gives a little more security, and this is pretty versatile in terms of carry, side pocket, front pocket, back pocket, wherever. So that one. So now they were 3, and these are all kind of 3 common ones. So this was kind of where it gets a little even tougher to figure out which one do I like the best. And I'd probably take this one out next. And that kind of surprised me because this was kind of the one that started my kind of leather wallet kick. And again, it's so hard now. It's like trying to pick your favorite child. How do you, this is not an easy choice, but I'd probably knock this one out next, mainly for its size. This and that one are very close. The reason I'm eliminating this one from kind of, it would be number 3 in the recommendation, is more so just do its kind of larger size, and then this one just like that tiny bit better. But overall, this is the Houbei wallet from Dutchman. Pretty innovative design, easy to use, a lot of compartments to organize your stuff. But again, it's just again a little on the big side. See how there's a little extra space left over here. But I think this is for the money to fit. So I guess I get it because the money has to fit, the bill has to fit that way. So that's probably why it's a little wider. But honestly, I would have probably preferred it to be smaller and just fold the bill in 3s. But again, not a bad wallet. I would still recommend it. I'm still going to use it. It's just my number 3. But otherwise, it's pretty darn easy to use, pretty light. So yeah. Number 2 would be the Johnny wallet. And the only reason I chose the Johnny over the Houbei is it's a little more compact. So I like that. And then I kind of actually like this kind of more easy, this kind of money access it has here. So you can actually just, retrieve your cash without having to open the whole wallet, which is kind of cool. Well, it doesn't even have to be cash. You can actually even store a card in there as well if you want. So you can store a card in there, you can store cash, so you can kind of have that quick access pocket, which I kind of like, again, for cash, or if you need to throw a receipt in your wallet. So that little side pocket kind of won me over. And it's, inside it's a little smaller, I feel like, than the Houbei, but again, these are pretty darn close. Like this is kind of a toss-up, to be honest, between the Houbei and the Johnny wallet. Now I should mention though is price. So this one cost about 80 bucks. This one I got on sale for 35. So, factor that in as well. But, it's a coin flip, really. I just kind of prefer this one a little bit more for its kind of smaller profile. And that brings us to the numero uno. And this one actually, so a lot of these were kind of tough to decide between like is this 3 or 2, 2 or 3? Like this is kind of a tie, this and that one were kind of a tie. I had a little, it could go either way. Maybe if I redo this video in a week or 2, we might re-rank them. But as far as deciding between 1 and 2, like this one is like the undisputed, I think, my number 1. Like I love this wallet so much that I actually bought 2 more of these. Yes, I bought 2 more Finnigans. I don't know why. I'm just afraid that maybe one day he'll stop making them. So I just got 2. Plus, Nate, the guy that makes these, he had a Black Friday sale this past week. So I think for that kind of money, why not get 2 more? Or maybe I'll give one as a gift. Keep the other one. I got a green one, and a darker brown one as well. So that just kind of shows my, just to show you that I put my money where my mouth is. I do recommend, and all these wallets are paid for, by the way. So none of these are, given to me by the manufacturer. These are all wallets I've paid for. But I really like this one. You can see my video more in depth of why, but this is my number 1 king so far, my wallet journey, and I'll keep using it. And if anything changes, I'll definitely, or if I find something new to add to my kind of wallet review list, I'll add the video. But I think this kind of concludes my wallet journey for the time being. I'll throw a video up here and there just to show maybe in a couple months how some of these are looking, or if anything changes. But I'm actually looking forward to getting the green one just to see how that one ages as well. And yeah, so that is, guys. So for those who have been here for the last few weeks or months with me. Thanks for sticking around for the wallet journey. If I do come across any more wallets, I'll definitely throw some more videos, but I know I kind of been shotgunning these videos one after the other, trying to get all these done as quick as possible, just to kind of make some extra for my own benefit too, to see which ones I like the most. But yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. But I would say out of this whole arsenal of wallets that I've gotten here over the past few months, this is going to be the one I'm going to be using. I'll probably still flip here and there, maybe every now and then try the other ones, but something about this one just really, it's the size, that's what gets me. That's what I mean, these are all subjective. It just depends how much stuff you carry. If you carry a lot of cards, and I don't know if you're gonna like this one. I think if you're a big card, if you carry a lot of cards, I think the Houbei might be perfect, because it's just got a ton of organization and it's got capacity to really kind of carry more cards. So if you're someone that carries, maybe like I've got probably about 5 cards in here. Well, so I got 5 cards in that Ninja wallet, so say we'll call it 7 cards. If you're someone that carries like 15 different cards, and by cards I mean driver's license, insurance card, all that stuff. If you're someone that carries a lot of cards, then I think the Houbei might be the winner for you. If you're someone that's like a big time cash user, the Johnny's probably your guy, because of this quick cash draw, pretty darn cool. If you're strictly just a front pocket carry guy and you want something kind of indestructible, this is your wallet. I mean, this will never break. I mean, you can actually break stuff with it. So if you're someone that's pretty active and you're going to be exposing your wallets to a lot of the elements, getting dirty, wet, or near heavy machinery where it could get run over or something like that, I don't know. This is your wallet. If you're a bifold wallet, if you're a bifold guy, you like the bifold, just kind of layout of a bifold wallet, kind of having everything kind of well organized, then this is your wallet. So that's what I mean. These are all kind of personal things. But yeah, thanks for watching. And I think we're going to wrap this one up. If any questions, let me know. Thanks, guys.